my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. As usual, there will be timestamps listed down below so you can jump around, and if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and thumbs this video up. You want to be a part of the Fawn family, Fawn squad, Fawn community, and in order to be a part of all of that goodness, you just have to hit that subscribe button. I'm sorry, it's very late in the evening. I'm having a very hard time getting the words to leave my mouth with the enunciation, pronunciation, and everything else that I want it to do. It's just not happening, but we do have a lot of fun on this channel. I totally leave my bloopers in, everything. It's raw, it's real, it's fun. You just want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the content, and I do try to post 7 days a week, sometimes multiple times a day. You just never know, which is why that notification bell is also very useful. Now this video shout out goes to analyzing my life. Oh my goodness. I can relate to your screen name like you have no idea. My YouTube name should be analyzing my life. So first of all, I've gotten such a kick out of your name like you have no idea. I absolutely love and adore it. So right off the bat, we're like besties because we're probably both insanely OCD, I would imagine, based off of it. But I'm so happy that after you've seen my review on that Lime Crime palette, you are taking the plunge, making that purchase, and picking up the palette, because I think you are going to fall in love with it. It really, truly is so beautiful. The berry tones. Oh, did I see a little Romeo popping up his head? Where'd he go? I swore. Oh no, I didn't see. Somebody else, they want supper. They know the other word for supper that starts with a D, so I can't say that, even though that's what I use the D word. But they're all going to jump up and think it's that time, and it's that time when I'm done finishing my intros for the evening. So, but yes, the berry tones in there are just so vibrant and so beautiful and pigmented, and it is like the most perfect spring, summer, Caribbean vacation, just delicious palette, and I think you're going to absolutely love it. And if you don't, I am so sorry for recommending it to you. I know makeup is so personal, but I really think you will love it. And I just realized I popped this lippy on after I was done my makeup. I'm wearing Lancome's, it's one of their metallic lips. It doesn't say what it is, but it is one of their metallic lips in the shade number 1 Polished Rose. So it's a very subdued metallic, if you will, but it is one of their metallic lippies. Now this video.
Hey guys, so I just realized that the writing on the package is actually written in the French masculine version, which is Petit Pro 2, not Petite, and I kept saying Petite, I think. I'm just realizing this now. It is 6 in the morning and I went to bed at 2:30 when I finished editing it, and now I'm going in to write all the words, and it just... now I see petit instead of petite. And a pro palette in French is both masculine and feminine. If you guys are not familiar with the French language, it can be quite complicated, and using French and masculine to explain it to you guys, it would be insane in one little video clip. But for anybody who knows French, I'm aware of how the language works, so I just needed to point that out. My OCD needed to point that out, that I am well aware that there is no E on the end of petite, which makes it petite and not petite. Love you guys!
Is on Viseart. Let me get the packaging. It's the new Petite Pro 2 palette, but the packaging is way more fun, obviously. So this is what the packaging looks like. You get 4 mattes, 4 metallics, so you get enough transition shades and mattes, and then enough metallics to be able to customize your look however you would like to. Viseart is a cruelty-free company. I always buy my Viseart from either Muse Beauty Pro or Beautylish, whoever essentially is selling the palettes first. I just ordered the 2 newest Theory palettes by Viseart, and unfortunately Beautylish didn't get access to them right away. Muse did, and they will be in I think the day that this video is going up. That's how quickly they're coming in. So I did get the newest ones, which are Absinthe and I'm blanking. Siren. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blanking, but I'm blanking. But you guys know the 2 newest Theory palettes anyway. So there's not much to say about the Petit Pro 2. I don't actually think I ever did a tutorial on the Petit Pro. I think it came in, and in the mix of everything, like I haven't done a tutorial on the majority of my Viseart palettes. And you guys, I saw in the comments on the last giveaway, you want tutorials on all of my Viseart palettes individually. So I will work my way that way. And so this one came in as soon as it launched, you know, within 2 days of launch date. So I'm just now getting around to filming it, and then I will film one of the Theory palettes as soon as it comes in tomorrow, and then the next Theory palette, and I still have to try to get around to the newest, oh my goodness, Juvia's Place. That's been sitting here for weeks, and the new Too Faced palette has been sitting here now or the collection has been sitting here for over 3 weeks. I'm trying, and you have no idea, you still have no idea how many palettes have been sitting here forever. So I have a lot to film for you guys, is the point. But this comes in the really cute little packaging that you get with the Grande Pro Volume 1. So it is that kind of packaging, though it does not hold on its own like an easel the way the Grande does. I really tried to make it, and it just is not heavy enough to stand up like an easel. So it appears to look like the Grande, but it doesn't have the easel aspect. But you do get a really nice size mirror, and you do actually get to see about this much of your face, which is great. It's enough for your eyes, and they are really nice size pans for a petite Viseart palette. I put my thumb in that shade. That's what that is. I do that with like every single palette. I'm like cursed with doing that. I don't know what it is. And I just realized I didn't read you guys the net weight. So you get a net weight of 8 grams or 0.28 ounces. And does it break it down per shadow? No. Just the net weight. So I guess you can take the net weight and divide it in 8 if you really want to know. So I created this eye look using nothing but this palette. I really did want to stick to just this one to show you guys that even though it's petite and you're limited in shades, you can still create looks with just this kind of a palette. And I went with the more taupey one because I haven't really done a taupey look in quite some time. So, oh sorry, aside from adding in the glitter cut crease, which is an Urban Decay Heavy Metal in Sticks and Bones for the shade. And I went really dramatic with the purple, which I didn't really intend on going that intense with the purple, but these are just so pigmented that before I knew it, I was just blending and blending and blending, and there we go, there's the eye, and there was so much purple. But here we just have a purple taupey eye look. There wasn't really much I could do about it at that point. But Viseart is extremely pigmented, extremely easy to build up. I just really like to go in with my brushes. I don't like to mess around. I'm here for the pigment. I'm not here for light flushes of color, with the exception of requests. When I get a request, like I have a request to do a natural makeup look, I will get there, I promise. So things like that I don't mind doing, but on my regular tutorials, there are so many YouTubers that do the same looks over and over and over again, and the same type of look over and over, color scheming. So I try to keep my channel as unique as possible. So that's why I'm always trying to play with color and different, you know, eye shapes and just different everything for you guys to keep it fresh and so you don't get bored. But this palette is really great. I think that it is worth picking up, especially if you are a Viseart collector. I'm sure by now you already have it if you are a Viseart collector, but it is really beautiful. I swatch out every single shade and then create this eye look. So if you guys want to see everything in action, then just keep on watching. Alright, here's the new Viseart Petit Pro 2 palette. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I ever filmed a video with the first Petit palette. I have it, and I have a ton of Viseart palettes, and I know I have so many requests to do full looks using just Viseart palettes, so I am trying to cycle through them. But it just hit me that even though I have the first one and I've looked at it, I don't remember doing an eye look with it. But I must have, but I don't remember it. So I might have to cycle backwards and do it. And I think tomorrow I have both of the new Theory palettes coming in as well. And so there's going to be a lot of Viseart coming your way. I did get a request for a natural look, so I'm going to be doing a natural one at some point as well. I have so many requests, you guys. I have them written down. I'm not going to lose track. If I'm like approaching a deadline and you guys have not had the video come up, just remind me. Don't be shy. I mean, I'm human at the end of the day. I have a lot on my plate, so just like poke, poke, poke. I won't be offended, I promise. Just remind me and we're all good. So this is what she looks like. I have not peeked inside. I cannot wait to get into her, and that's what the outside looks like. Viseart is a cruelty-free company. I love that. And it's very basic. There are 4 transition matte shades and 4 metallic shades. So let's get into this baby. It has a really nice matte soft texture. I love that kind of packaging so much. That was a fun surprise. Oh, this is in keeping up with their Grande Pro. Oh, and I opened it backwards. So, oh, this is really, really pretty. So there isn't too much to swatch, which is great because it's like 7 p.m. and I have a lot to still do this evening. But it even comes with a nice little mirror, which is great because, I mean, it is completely enough to see this much of my face. So that's a good chunk considering. So you could definitely get your eyes done with this little guy, and you have enough transition shades to do so. So I'm gonna get to swatching because these all look delicious, and then I will be right back. So as usual, I swatched row by row, and every single shade is fantastic. It is stereotypical Viseart formula, and it is bomb. These metallics, though, have come, and they have not come to play, let me tell you. Look how blinding and beautiful the metallics are. I could create like looks for days with all of these metallics, and I am dying to. I want to use the pink. I want to use this like cherry cola, this deep plum. This taupe though is something that I haven't really used in a while, and you guys know I really try my hardest to shake up my looks for you because I know how frustrating it is when a YouTuber does the same color scheming over and over and over again. So I'm leaning towards that taupe just because I haven't done a taupey look in quite some time, but that is beautiful. So those 4 shades are the second row. They are not named, so I can't give you any names. And then the first 4 are the first row, and they are all super pigmented. I mean, even that first transition shade shows up on my skin tone. Yes! And then a beautiful corally red, like that is just fiery, beautiful dark chocolate, and a gorgeous dark purple, and those purples are hard to get right, and Viseart nailed it. So I'm going to go prep and prime my eyes, and I will be right back. I just realized that since this is a Viseart video, some of you may not have actually seen the Viseart eye primer and the Viseart powder in action. So I was just about to prime and I was like, oh wait, this is the perfect opportunity to show you guys because I have so fallen in love with this primer. The only thing I wish is that it wasn't clear because it does not cancel out veins. So I do take that extra step now to set it on top of, I set it with the Viseart powder, but then I do go over it with a white eyeshadow or a creamy eyeshadow, generally just because that drives me so crazy. I'm so veiny. But this primer is like glue even after you set it, but it blends everything out so impeccably well, and your shadows don't budge. They last all day, like 16 hours. You're not gonna have an issue. The only issue is when you first get this and you open it, it's like a little bit of water comes out. So what I do every time now, and I don't have any issue, I open it, put my finger on it, give it a nice little shake, and then it does come out clear. And it feels like you're putting something extremely tacky on your lid. Well, it's kind of more milky, I guess. And then I just paint that over my whole lid with my finger. Then I just do the other eye next before I set it. Now the Viseart setting powder is really pretty looking too. It has a very nice just looking, you know, type of compact. And it has that mesh for you to push on with your brush, your beauty blender, your finger to make the powder come out. I have not edited my brush video yet, but I did film it and I have an hour and 40 minutes of footage to go through. So bear with me. You guys are gonna have it soon. I promise. It's just gonna take me about 3 hours to edit it, and I just haven't had a chance because I've had a migraine for about a week now, and today it's just a bit of a headache, so I'm taking advantage of it to come in here and film for you guys rather than spend the time editing. So now I'm gonna take the Viseart setting powder. And you can actually even see with the finger, the powder, well, I hope you can, coming up, because a lot of powder does come up too. So it does stay very clean even for traveling, which is awesome. You're not gonna lose anything. You're not gonna have a mess when you open it after you get to your destination. You can shake this all up and it stays in place. All right, so I'm gonna finish prepping and priming my lids with tight lining, my tape, and all of that, and I will be right back. All right, starting with my Carity E31 and the first shade in, I'm just going to get a nice blend of that in the crease and above. forgot to tell you guys, whenever I don't have like a white or just beige color, because this is a little bit peachy, I just take the first shade in my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to set over my eyes to cancel out the veins that you see from the Viseart primer, and that's just what I use because I'm never going to hit pan on that, and it's easier than reaching for an eyeshadow palette. Alright, so taking my Moda Pro crease brush, I'm going to go into the purple. I feel like the purple needs almost like a little bit of scratching at the top layer before the pigment really starts coming through. And then there she is. It's one of those shades that is a little bit more dry to the touch, but full of pigment. Oh, sorry you guys, I switched to this Isom W35 brush. I haven't used this one on camera before, but it carves out your shadows so nicely and just helps round everything out. You can work it from both ends. I really love Isom brushes, and they are just like Wayne Goss. They are completely cruelty free. Let me show you the shape of this in 1 second. And especially when all of a sudden you have like too much pigment and you're not really sure how to proceed because there's so much going on, this is a really great brush. Like, look at that crazy angle, and it looks intimidating. Like, it looks really large and in charge. And if you keep that little safety thing, I don't want to break a nail. It's moving, but I don't break a nail. For travel, this brush will last you forever if you take good care of it. The only thing I find with shades like this purple that are very dry to the touch, it does have a harder time picking up pigment. Like right now there's so much on there because I scratched the crap out of the purple, so now I am barely touching my skin. So now I'm gonna go back wherever I put it. There we go. With my Moda Pro crease to blend. I really try to keep my videos as minimal for brushes as possible for you guys, but this one is so great, and I do mention it in my upcoming brush video because it is so awesome. So I thought I should demo it to you to show you just how great that is. So before I continue on to my other eye, like, just look at what this brush was able to do for shaping it. And this is such a dark, and it can be an intimidating shade to work with, especially being so pigmented. And just look at what that Isom brush just did. And I have never come across a brush that looks like this. The shape, how it's packed with the bristles, how it's cut. Like, I've never seen a brush like this before. So I did want to share this one with you guys, and I'm like 99% sure it's in my brush video. I so swear it is, but just in case, here it is in action, and you can just see how fantastic this one is. I've only ever ordered my Isom brushes from Muse Beauty Pro. I do have a few of them. You'll see them in the brush video. Like I said, I just really try to stay away from using too many brushes in my videos, just so you don't feel like you need to buy all these brushes, because you don't. But if you guys ever struggle to have this perfectly carved, rounded shape, this is one very much worth investing in. Now, taking my Marc Jacobs, the crease brush, I'm going to dip into the chocolate cover and really primarily focus that in the crease. Alright, I totally wasn't planning on doing a cut crease, like I swear. I really wasn't. And I'm only going to do a partial cut crease, so we're not even going all the way. So like half doesn't count, really. Because there's like the partial cut crease, and there's like the cut crease, and then there's the fancy cut crease. And we're only doing level 1. We're not going all the way. So taking my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer that she desperately is going to need a refill on really soon. I'm going to put a pump on the back of my hand, and taking my Sigma Cut Crease E62 brush, I'm going to dip the product on both sides of the brush, and then I'm going to work my way from the base upward. Now I'm going to take my MAC 242 and I'm going to go into the last shade in the palette and pack that on top of the concealer. I'm going to go do the other eye, and then we're going to Milani her up to intensify the shadow. I just want to keep this brush dry, and I will be right back. Alright, before I start intensifying the foiled metallic shadow, I'm going to take my Esom T37. I thought I was right, just had to double check. It's my brush that's shaped like that. You guys have seen me use this one quite a few times. And I'm going to go purple, little bit of brown, and more purple, and sweep the shadow outward. And I'm going to add a little more purple. Alright, now taking this Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner. This is one of their like newer releases when they released the new shades in Sticks and Bones. I haven't used this one. I don't believe I have yet anyway, in the crease. Damn, the Too Faced peel off, glitter pop peel off liners are just so much better. It's crazy. And Urban Decay was my ride or die for like 2 decades. And I still love Urban Decay, and this is still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but even the way it applies. Alright, well I think that the glitter at least added a little bit more girliness to this very deep, dark look, and you know I'm gonna bring it with the highlight. I'll probably end up adding some more glitter on the lower lash line after I finish winging her out and doing all of that shebang. So I'm gonna go finish up my face. I'm gonna put a new foundation to the test, some new highlights to the test, and then I will be right back. Alright, I finished up my face, and as usual, everything I used will be listed down below. I do keep forgetting to mention that I ordered this Callus eyelash adhesive, and it's latex free and clear off of Muse Beauty Pro, and I keep meaning to put it in my description. It is $6, and every time I place an order with Muse Beauty, they also carry Viseart and the Esom brushes that I love so much, and a couple of random things like even Lemonhead. They carry this adhesive, and I've been using it for about 2 weeks, and I really, really love it. This dries down on the lash band so quickly, like within 20 seconds you can apply the lash. You don't have to sit there waiting a minute and a half, and it really sticks. It really adheres and it lasts, but it's still easy to just grab the lash and lightly start removing it when you're ready for it to come off. So it's not like you're waxing your lash strip, which I haven't experienced with any kind of adhesive anyway, but I really have been enjoying this. I mean, you can tell that's all I've been using. So I did want to make mention of that because I do keep forgetting to let you guys know. Alright, now I also did use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Mood Exposure for some plumminess to the cheeks. I also tested out Sona's new highlighters in Laguna. That Laguna is solely in my inner corner. Then Zuma is solely on my cheeks, my nose, and my cupid's bow. And then Zuma and Laguna are mixed under my brow bone. I really tried to I did a mini video on these guys. I've been sitting on them for a couple of weeks now, and so long so that they have now launched at Ulta. I bought mine from Sona's website like over 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago, and all of a sudden I saw them on Ulta. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I really need to go film that video so that way you guys know, because I know when you see something at Ulta, you want to know the tea, and these are amazing. I think that this video will be up before the highlight video, so I wanted to let you know that these are both insanely beautiful. So Laguna is the lighter one, which is the inner corner crazy glow, and then Zuma is this beautiful champagne, and it is just cruelty free. You get a really large size pan, 8.64 grams or 0.30 ounces, and cruelty free. Really small indie brand. She has one other makeup product, which is an eyeshadow palette, and she released one more oh my god, highlighter, but it's really deep and dark. Oh my goodness. When you get it, you get different cards that come with it. So I picked up like shade 1, shade 2, and then you get another shade as well. So just so you guys are aware, there is a deeper shade too. And then I also tested out the Make Up Forever Matte Velvet Plus Mattifying Foundation. I picked up the shade number 25. And it was too light for me. It made me look like Casper. So I did a bunch of different color mixing with concealers, and then obviously contour, bronze, blush, and all of that to kind of bring me back to normal. But the foundation itself is a really nice foundation. You get way more coverage if you use a brush rather than a beauty blender, but it feels really great. It's buildable. You can even get a light coverage. This one is crazy. You can go from light to full coverage out of it, so it is really great. I did a mini video on it, and just to keep you guys in the loop, I did test out the Lottie London stamp liner again. I did go to order a backup though, and I noticed that the wing one is not on Ulta, but all these like fun ones are, like a heart and a star and a trouble sign and all these other ones. But my card did say that they were all going to be available. Well, it said the wing. I didn't even know there were other ones. That the wing was going to be available in February. So I don't know why it's not on Ulta right now. So I am waiting for it to hit Ulta to buy a backup because I liked it again and that's what I used today. So aside from that, you guys are all caught up. I can zoom you in and we can finish up this lower lash line. And I just put my nail right in that beautiful metallic shade. Every time, every video. Why? I was trying to like fold this into this and then push it down, and then my nail did that. All right, taking my Wayne Goss number 20 brush, I am gonna start by taking this shade to lay it down as the first transition shade and smoke that beneath the lower lash line. I have Romeo on my lap and he's making life at makeup application more difficult, in case you're wondering why I'm moving funny. Now taking my MAC 212, I'm going to dip into the brown and get that nice and tight to the lower lash line. Now taking my Luxie 111, I'm going to dip into the purple and blend all that together. Now taking the Urban Decay Heavy Metal in Sticks and Bones. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys like this palette and this, oh my goodness, this very dramatic eye look that I created that I was so not intending on. I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna use the little Petite Pro. I'm gonna like bang out a quick little eye look. It's all gonna be good and fun and one and done. And then this happened. And this always happens. I don't know why I tell myself anything other than that. I don't know why. I try to convince myself that something is different is going to occur. It's like almost midnight. I'm so tired and ready for bed, so I'm struggling and I'm sorry. But I did intend on coming in here and creating a softer look, is my point. And then we got to full-on glam in like, I don't know, 10 minutes. So anyway, that is it for this video. Please thumbs it up if you liked it. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.